Hi everyone, it's me, Francis Momin again. I'm at Tarama in my garden. I'm here to plant some yam seeds, and I decided to dedicate a few of my time, probably 1 hour. I just want to offer some tips to graduates who are looking for jobs and propose a few things that tertiary institutions can do to help our graduates. This idea was inspired or prompted by an article by BBC. So we will read through the article and identify some of the things mentioned, and I'll offer my tips. Please watch until the end. Do subscribe on my YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell to get updates, more valuable information. Please stay tuned with me. So this is my garden. As you can see, the yam here climbing the tree. So this is the article by BBC, and as we read through, just it will help us to identify some of the things and challenges as a graduate, those graduates looking for a job, and help them with some tips, and as well as propose to tertiary institutions to help them.
So it's not BBC but ABC.
Prepare our graduates for future challenges. So this is the article. I'll just reverse. Let's start. It says young people in Port Moresby pushed to breaking point as Papua New Guinea grapples with unemployment crisis. That's real. A lot of graduates are still looking for jobs. It says here, economics graduate Bennett Kakori has applied for more than 100 jobs, right? And he's still looking for jobs.
Yes, we have relatives and
for
friends
2 years now. There's some
as well.
3, 4, 5 years, 6, even 10 years, and still looking for jobs. And I have a tip to offer to you, to give it to you for free.
Job search is
hope
real.
it will help you, and if it does, please one day just go and comment on my video. But I don't I'm not asking for any reward or appreciation. Thank you.
You are not threatened,
So,
not by force,
let's
but by
read on.
choice.
So in this article, it says, at the end of 2020, Bennett, right, Kakori was full of optimism. There are 3 points discussed in this article. First one, a recent study found 68% of people aged between 14 to 35 in Port Moresby were employed. Nepotism was a man. The key reasons people felt they were being overlooked for jobs. The third point discussed in this article is the Young Chamber of Commerce president says a lack of industry pathways is to blame. I agree with a comment and statement which we will read on to find out. Talking about Bennett, he had just graduated university with a degree in economics and was confident he had what was needed to enter the workforce. Okay, moving on. 2.5 years and more than 100 applications later, he is still looking for work and only has 3 interviews to show for it. So, of the 100 applications, only 2 interviews he attended. And his statement was, looking for a job in Port Moresby, I would say, is a job itself. Every day for 2 years, I've been doing it. he went
So
on to
three
say,
interviews, not two interviews.
talk about his family's expectation. After paying their son's school fees, providing everything, that's a great investment. And for him not finding a job, it's a burden. Uh, so that's a time when family support is very important, especially students.
Students and graduates as well.
It's like a pressure to me, and there is more expectation on me to get employed
So if parents you
and
are
change the
pressured,
status of the family.
know that your children who are looking for job are even
So
twice
when they
pressured.
don't find a job, they feel like failures. So he went on to say that most of his friends who haven't found job, resolved to theft activities, petty crime activities, robbery, so on and so forth. I believe this guy is still optimistic and want to get a good job. So he talks about his friends. He says their family has rejected them because there is too much expectation from their family to get a job after graduation, but they never did. And he went on to say the lack of him successful in job interview and placement is due to nepotism, uh, having one talks. I don't have a say on that. It's a topic on its own. But according to the article, one would be one talks only employing their own relatives or people they know from their own province or one of their friends or relatives child who is applied or applicant. Another thing is they're paying the recruiters, right? They're bribing them to get the job, to get a job. Or the, others said some officers asked for money or under the table sort of stuff to give them the job. A lot of them said this. So that's according to an interview survey conducted on a target audience of 380 who responded, and 60% of them said this statement that I just read. Miss Melpa's report, Miss Melpa's report concluded that creating new jobs and limiting urban sprawl was the way to reduce unemployment. She went on to say that there should be more industries or factories and manufacturing facilities built and so forth to cater, the increasing number of graduates, um, especially the ages between 18 or 25 to 34. He said, in the report, it said that our land is very fertile, so that could be one of the ways. So agriculture can also step in to help. But I'm interested in the statement of Natasha Austin. Um, she said, "I openly tell them, the graduates, they take in. You have to spend 6 months training them on basic things like answering a telephone and email etiquette. These are things that aren't taught at uni," she said. Miss Austin, who is also president of Portsmouth Beyond Chamber of Commerce, believes the problem boils down to a gap between the industry and institutions, which don't come together like they do in other countries through pathways. Developed countries have students uh, on real working on real life projects and work experience, practical, not only for practical activities like IT, carpentry, mechanic, but even business courses, economics, strategic management, business management, accounting. Students should be exposed to practical activities. So on this end, the student also said that during his uni days, he was given assignments, but was never exposed to practical activities. So he had a hard time, especially in interview, right? And so I want to offer some tips for those graduates who are still looking for jobs. Um, Don't wait until you think you, don't wait until a miracle happens, or by chance or by sudden chance that you will get employed. Don't think that for some reasons, recruiters will overlook all the requirements and just get you, shortlist you, and go through interview and placement. Remember, in your 6 months of education for certificate, or 1 year or 2 years for diploma, or 3 or 4 years for degree, all these years you have been, months and years, you have been focusing on one requirement. So when a job vacancy advertised, people look for several requirements or criteria. So what you have been working for very hard for the past 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, and 3 years, or 4 years, your focus was only on one requirement, and that is qualification. So that diploma degree is just one requirement against 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 other requirements that they need. So after applying, or when applying, and they receive your CV and all your application documents, they will look through and realize that you only met one requirement, and that is the qualification. What about other necessary requirements? Are you confident with those requirements? Example, Microsoft Office applications, Word document, proficient in Word, in Excel, PowerPoint, all this stuff. Do you have a driver's license? Are you confident in communicating? Are you confident in answering calls? Are you confident in talking to customers? Are you confident in basic Excel functions? So these are some of the important criteria or requirements of a job. So I have three tips to give you as a graduate looking for a job. So first, you go through all the applications, job vacancies. Of all the job vacancies that are related to your job, or job that you want to apply to, or are related to your qualification, all right, your certificate, diploma, or your degree, for only those job vacancies, list down as many job criteria or requirements that the recruiters are looking for. They might be looking for attention to detail, sober, confidence, optimism or positive mindset, team player, proficient in Microsoft Office, Word, Excel, PowerPoint presentation. And of all these 10 to 20 criteria you list down, you identify those criteria that you have met. Those criteria that you have. For example, if they are looking for a degree and you have a degree, you tick off. I assure you, by doing that, you will find out that you only have met, by far, maybe by chance, or so, you will have met only 10 or less %. Then it will dawn on you that this is one of the reasons why you don't get shortlisted for an interview. Because you lack 90%. You didn't meet 90% of the criteria. So, of all the criteria you've listed down, tick those you already have, check. And for those you don't have, you put an asterisk or X. So with those you lack, the skills that you lack, the criteria or requirements that you lack, you will then now prepare, you plan, prepare, schedule and prioritize your activities, resources like money, time, and energy into learning and developing those skills that you're lacking. Don't wait until someone teaches you. Teach yourself. We have YouTube, we have internet, we have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have a lot of websites. You can go in there and learn. Learn email etiquettes, phone etiquettes. Learn how to common conversations that you can have with expatriates, with local. Basic expectations you can have in a business. How to talk to customers. Learn those skills. I guarantee you more than 50%. If you do that, you have more than 50 chances. By now, you shouldn't be sending 100 applications, but you will send less than 50 applications, and you will have more than 2 opportunities for interview. Another tip I can give you today is utilize the power, all right, of personal branding and networking. So, personal branding and networking, put yourself out there, the person you want to be, right? If you want to be a professional worker, you want to be in few years' time, you want to be a CEO, manager, start acting and doing activities expected of the 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 person that you want to become. Dress, talk, walk, eat, do anything and everything just like what that person you want to become. You use the power, utilize the power of technology. Facebook, LinkedIn, create a good brand on your profile picture, on your posts. Attend seminars, conferences, meet people, network, build confidence, gain more knowledge. Third one, don't wait until someone tells you what you're going to do in your life. I believe growing up you have learned a lot of skills in primary school, community school, so on and so forth. So instead of looking for employment, start your own job. Start your own business. You can do a lot of things, but one way I propose to you is that you simply do a self-analysis, self-SWOT analysis, and identifies the qualifications you already have, the skills you have, the interests, the hobbies that you already have, of all the resources that you already have, maybe a mobile phone, a laptop, or your ability to write. Then, with that, you go and read about business opportunities, look for different business opportunities, tutorial, blogging, YouTubing, uh, typing letters, business plan, creating business plan, so on and so forth. So find out, identify, and evaluate of the 3 or 4, come up with 3 or 4 business opportunities and evaluate, okay, considering the resources you have. Evaluate and choose the best business opportunity suitable for the resources that you have and get into that business, right? Just start up something. And when you're starting up, I recommend that you make your own capital. You make your own capital by starting small, right? Doing small revenue generating activities to build your capital. Later on in years to come, when you are stable, that's when you can ask for support, right? You can also start with family support, and then you can go to investors and banks to ask for financial support. So these are my 3 tips to graduates and those who have graduated and still looking for job. Please compile a list of job criteria or requirements. Tick those you have met. Those you don't, come up with a plan, schedule, prioritize activities, and start building those skills before looking forward to your interview. Secondly, personal branding and networking. Thirdly, start your own business. My second appeal is to tertiary institutions. I recently read a post from IBS University. They shared a post of training corporate clients, corporate training on they had with their clients, but they also included their graduates, the final year graduates, training them the basic industrial skills. And I did comment on that article. However, I cannot pull out that article because my LinkedIn cannot start up. And so I recommend such activity to be conducted by tertiary institutions. So my appeal to tertiary institution is, first, teach small business and entrepreneurial skills or courses. Okay, any and every course or program must the students must also be given the opportunity, okay, be taught with entrepreneurial small business skills, regardless they're a lawyer or whoever, whatever the program is. Second, my appeal is to teach industrial basic skills to final year graduating students, like telephone and email etiquettes, basic Excel functions, report writing, short conversations, how to have a short conversation with your boss or expatriates, customer service, and etc. Please do comment if there is something that if you can add an additional tip to our graduates. Do comment under this post or video, so we can help our graduates out there to find a job or start their own business. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe, like, click the notification button so you can receive my latest videos, valuable videos that can help you or your friend. Keep sharing and let love flow. Have a blessed day. Hi everyone, it's me, Francis Momin again. I'm at Tarama in my garden. I'm here to plant some yam seeds, and I decided to dedicate a few of my time, probably 1 hour. I just want to offer some tips to graduates who are looking for jobs and propose a few things that tertiary institutions can do to help our graduates. This idea was inspired or prompted by an article by BBC. So we will read through the article and identify some of the things mentioned, and I'll offer my tips. Please watch until the end. Do subscribe on my YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell to get updates, more valuable information. Please stay tuned with me. So this is my garden. As you can see, the yam here climbing the tree. So this is the article.